more thoughts on why electric cars are a loser. If electric cars are so wonderful, why did people at the turn of the 20th century get rid of them? Those were the first automobiles. They were electric. But when the gasoline car came out, everybody dumped the electric car. And why? Nothing's changed in over 100 years about having an electric car. Gasoline is still the better car. People wouldn't have gotten rid of electric 100 years ago if gasoline wasn't preferred. The Tesla has a battery that weighs 1,200 pounds. That's your energy source, weighs 1,200 pounds. A full tank of gasoline in a typical car weighs about 100 pounds. So you are hauling around 100 pounds of weight and using up energy to do it in the car. Whereas in a Tesla, you are hauling around 1,200 pounds of weight just to operate the car. One of the justifications for electric cars is often quoted. Well, people, almost all their driving is under 20 miles. Well, that doesn't sound like much driving. That would justify getting an electric car. But if people, all they did was drive 20 miles to go somewhere or less, then why don't people lease cars? Well, they don't lease cars because their mileage is so high. And why is their mileage high? Because they take a lot and a lot of 20-mile trips. So say you get inspired and you want to go somewhere in your electric car. Or how about you want to take your wife to the hospital because she's about to give birth? Can't go. Your battery's not charged up all the way. You got to call Uber or get your neighbor to take her to the hospital. People today have a lot of experience in charging batteries, like in an electric car, or you're charging your cell phone all the time. How many times has your cell phone been idle because it's not fully charged? You have to wait. Well, if there was gasoline for a cell phone, you would fill it up in 2 or 3 minutes and be ready to use your cell phone again. The entire justification for an electric car is that you are saving the environment. But if everybody's charging an electric car, well, you're using electricity. Electricity isn't free. Electricity has to be powered by coal or oil or nuclear. So all you're doing is trading off gasoline for coal, nuclear, or kerosene. Another justification for the electric car is electricity is cheap in comparison to buying gasoline. But if everybody had to use an electric car, like if the government got involved and mandated everyone have an electric car, don't you think the price of electricity would skyrocket because everybody's using it? But the worst thing about that is if electricity skyrockets, well, if you're not using your car and you're at home or in the office, you're still burning up expensive electricity. Whereas with a gasoline car, if your car's sitting in the garage or parked out on the street and not moving, you're not paying for that energy. But you will be paying for that energy wherever you use electricity, even if you're not using your car.